We're on Maaser Sheni, Perek Hey, Mishnah Vav, 6th Mishnah in the 5th chapter of Maaser Sheni. In order to understand this Mishnah, we have to read a couple of psukim. Okay, the Torah says the following in Dvarim Perek Chavav. We've learned this psukim before, but it's worthwhile. We have to read them again in order to understand it properly. Let's read the Mishnayot, the Torah, the psukim, because we're going to talk about the idea of Biur Maasrot. Says the Torah, when you should finish to take the maaser of all your maaser, b'shana hashlishit shnat maaser, during the 3rd year of the shnat maaser. Now let's just remind you. I think I have to start at the beginning. Okay, remember that there's a double 3-year cycle. There's first cycle, the first year of the 7-year Shemitah cycle. In every Shemitah cycle, there's 7 years. And inside those 7 years, there's a double cycle. First year Maaser Sheni, 2nd year Maaser Sheni, 3rd year Maaser Ani. 2nd, 4th, 5th, and then 6th, and then the 7th year is the Shemitah year. So when it says Shana Shlishit, Shanat HaMaaser, that's this 3rd year of the 3-year Shemitah cycle. Let's go back to our pasuk. Says the Torah, Titchalel la'aser et kol ma'asar tvuatcha, b'shana shlishit shanat HaMaaser, in the 3rd year of the 3-year Shemitah cycle, in the 3rd year, the 3rd of 7, v'natatel le'levi, Lager, Layatom, Va'amana, you should give the Levi, the Ger, the stranger, the convert, the orphan, the widow, they eat in your gates and they are satisfied. Ve'amarta lifnei Hashem Elokecha, you say before Hashem your God, Bi'arti HaKodesh min habayit, Liva'er, like Biur Chametz, I have destroyed, I have removed, I have removed, destroyed, Liva'er means to destroy the Kodesh, the holy min habayit, V'gam netatib, I have given to the ger, yatom, almana, like all the commandments that you've commanded me. And then we're going to continue, okay? Lo avarti mi mitzvotecha v'lo shachachti. I have not violated your commandments. This is called Biur Maasrot. Biur Maaser. You have to recite something called the Biur, the confession of Maaser. You're saying to God, I've done everything you've asked me to do. In subsequent Mishnayot, towards the end of the parak, we're going to describe this Biur Maasrot. But for our purposes now, we're going to focus on this idea of Bi'arti Kodesh min habayit. Bi'arti, I have destroyed the Kodesh, I've got rid of the Kodesh. And that tells you that there's this mitzvah of Bi'ur. Bi'arti, Bi'ur, Liva'er. So when does this mitzvah Bi'ur, how do we know you have to do this mitzvah Bi'ur? Says the Mishnah, Erev Yom Tov HaRishon Shel Pesach Shel Revi'it V'Shel Shvi'it. The Erev Yom Tov of the first Yom Tov of Pesach, of the 4th year, or the 7th year. So let's go back to our chart. Okay, you have 3 years, and there's a 3-year Maaser cycle. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and then in the 4th year, on Pesach of the 4th year, near the end, or on Pesach of the Shemitah year, says the Mishnah, okay, Revit Shvit, Haya Biur. That's when you do the Biur, that's when the time to do Biur is. Well, why? Okay, Dichtib, says the Bartuner, well, how do you know that it's on Pesach? Because it says, and let's look at the pasuk. This I quoted from the very Perek Yud Daled, the end. Miksei shalosh shanim, a little too big. Miksei shalosh shanim totzi et kol ma'asar tvuatcha b'shana hi v'inachta b'sharecha. At the end of 3 years, you must take all of the maaser of that year and place it b'sharecha at your gates. Uba Levi ki ein lo chelek v'nachal la'imach. The Levi comes, he has no portion. The gera, the atom, v'amana, v'achlu v'saveu, and they should eat and be happy. So that Hashem should bless you. But let's focus here on the word miktzeh. Miktzeh means at the end of. Miketz. Very similar. So it says the Bartunura. Okay, it says, Miksei shalosh shanim. This is the pasuk that we just saw. Miksei shalosh shanim. Okay, v'ne'emar lahalan. And also later on, Miketz sheva shanim. B'moed shnat hashmita. Chag HaSukkot. The same word. Miketz there and Mikseh. So the Gemara learns out, the Chazal learn out, Ma'alan Regel, just like this Miketz is talking about Chag HaSukkot, it's a holiday, Afkan Regel. Okay, so therefore, if we learn from there, that when it says Miksei Shalosh Shanim at the end of 3 years, so you have to do this idea of Totzi, you have to remove, that's the Biur, all your Tfu'ah on a Chag. You have to be done by a Chag. So you'll say, okay, Ima Lahalan Chag Sukkot. Afkan Chag Sukkot, so that, if here it's talking about Sukkot, then why not also here Sukkot? Talmud Lomar. Therefore the pasuk says, Ki techalel la'aser. Let's go back to our pasuk. Where are we? In here. Okay. Ki techalel la'aser. Back to the pasuk that we talked about at the beginning, Dvarim Chavav, for Vidui. Techalel Maaser means when you're done taking off Maaser. So when are you done taking off Maaser? Regel Shekol Maasrot Kalibo, the regel where you're all done. Have Omer Ze Pesach. That must be Pesach. Why? She'en Perot Shashana Shlishit Nigmarin Liot Lilkatim Kulam Ad Shebo Pesach Shashana Haravi'it. Because let's go back to our chart, for example. Okay, remember we said that during the third year, here we are, there's Maaser Ani. What happens? I'm here in Elul of the end of the third year, and I still have like dates growing or oranges growing. So the oranges come to fully grow by the end of Elul. So they're considered part of the third year. But I'm going to pick those oranges well into the fourth year. I'm going to pick them well into the fourth year. So the end of the picking of the time is way after Sukkot, the beginning of the fourth year. So therefore, the Miketz can't refer to this. So the only Chag, says the Bartanura, can be talking about is Pesach Shel Shana Revi. And that's why our Mishnah says, Erev Yom Tov Ha-Rishon Shel Pesach. And I just want to point out that the Kahati says that there's another Girsa. The Rambam says, Erev Yom Tov Achron Shel Pesach. So it's machloket, is it the first day of Pesach or the last day of Pesach? Of Revi'it and of Shvi'it. Now we know why it's on that day. Haya Biur, they would do Biur. The rest of the Mishnah is very straightforward. Ketzad Haya Biur. How do you do Biur? Nonim Truma u'Trumat Maaser leBa'alim. Truma and Trumat Maaser you give to the Kohanim. It's theirs. So meaning if you hung out, you designated it. What you did is you took off Truma, but now it's sitting in your house. The Torah says at the end, by every 3 years, you can't keep anymore. You have to get rid of it. You have to give it to the people that belongs to. So the Truma you give to the Ba'alim, to the Kohanim. Maaser Rishon, the Ba'alav. Maaser Rishon you give to the Levi. Maaser Ani, the Ba'alav. The Maaser Ani you give to the poor. Maaser Sheni ba'Bikurim mitba'arim b'chol makom. Maaser Sheni and Bikurim, if you didn't take it to Yerushalayim by now, you have to destroy it. You destroy it completely. That's it. Says the Bartanura, Tzarich la'avda leva'aram u'la'avda min ha'olam. You destroy them and you get rid of them from the world. That's it. You have to get rid of them. Rabbi Shimon Omer, Rabbi Shimon says, Bikurim nitanim lekohanim k'truma. No, Rabbi Shimon says you give Bikurim to the Kohanim like Truma because in the Torah, the word Bikurim is called Truma. We don't pass it like him. Finally, Hatavshil. Let's say I cook my apples, my whatever, into a tafshil. Okay, if I have Perot Maaser Sheni. I take Maaser Sheni and cook them and I wanted to take the apples further to Yerushalayim. Didn't have a chance yet. Beit Shammai Amrim Sarich Leva'ir. Beit Shammai says, sorry, you've got Maaser Sheni apples in there, destroy them, burn them. Beit Hillel says once it's cooked, it's considered mivo'ar. The peirot are not there anymore, and therefore you don't have to destroy the apple fritters. You can take them to Yerushalayim. All right, that's long enough. We'll stop here. If you have any comments or questions, as always, email me at rspolter@gmail.com. And I'll dedicate the learning to the memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a great day.